Another pressure on us as UK nationals involves what's called virtual water. That is to say, the many hundreds and thousands of litres per person per day we are using indirectly in the things that we wear, the foods that we eat, the cars that we drive, the lifestyles that we live. For example, a hamburger may take as much as 1,000 or 2,000 litres of water to bring to your plate. That water has to come from somewhere, and particularly for food commodities, that somewhere involves less economically developed countries. So those countries are put in a position where they are not only exporting food from countries where they already have hungry populations, they're exporting water as well from locations often where they already have thirsty populations. So the moral onus is on us to begin to think about how to manage, how to understand and how to manage embodied water consumption. And in fact, this is probably the 90% of the iceberg that's below the surface of the water sustainability issue. The 10% that's above involves the direct water that we know we use because we turn the tap on or we pour a glass. The 90% involves the water that it took to make the glass, the water that it took to make the clothes we're wearing, etc. One thought my colleagues and I have been discussing over the last year or so since we completed some research on virtual water imports from East Africa is if it is possible to quantify the amount of virtual water attendant on the importation of winter vegetables from a source region like East Africa, Kenya, or fine beans from Kenya, for example, might it not also be possible to provide a return flow of finance to that supply region in terms of a super tax or a surcharge on that embodied water? If we recognize that they're providing us with a useful service, we like to have fresh green vegetables throughout the year, and if we also recognize that there is a quantifiable importation of virtual water as a result, we argue that surely it's not beyond the wit of regulators at the national and international level to place an appropriate surcharge which would provide a return flow of capital that directly recognized that importation of virtual water.